Welcome back. Stress and anxiety have been high, of course, throughout the pandemic. Now combine that with some of the stresses of the holiday season. For some, it's too much to handle. So let's get some help on how to deal with all of that. Now we bring in Tejal Patel. She's an author and a mindfulness and meditation expert for parents and kids. Good morning, Tejal.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for joining us this morning, and you have some breathing exercises to show us. But before we get to all of that, explain some of the benefits of the mindfulness and meditation.
Yeah, so often we are consumed with stress because we're constantly going. We feel big feelings like sadness and anger, and a lot of times we don't have a way to detox that out of our body. So breathing is just a natural way for us to use our body to help us feel better, and it's always available to us.
Right, it's really simple. You can really do it anywhere, and you have 3 breathing techniques to show us. So let's start with those.
Yeah, so much of our holiday stress is feeling like we have so much to do and so little time to do it. So we get rushing and we get really anxious and overwhelmed. So when we feel like we can't stop, the easiest way to have relief from stress is to infuse mindful breathing in the task that we're already doing. So an easy way to do that is a 4-1-1 breath. It's going to help you slow down a notch. So the way you do that is breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold it for a count, and then exhale. 4 counts in. Hold, and exhale. The secret is whatever you're doing, if you're wrapping gifts or if you're washing the dishes, slow down your movement too. Your breath will slow down, your movement will slow down, and your mind will slow down, which will help you feel less stressed.
All right, easy enough. Let's see another technique.
Okay, so we feel a lot of sadness and disappointment right now because COVID is kind of wrecking our holiday plans. So when you need to shift your mood so that you can be present during the current holiday moment, what you can do is called a happiness point tap. Science shows us that when we tap on our thymus gland, which is located right at our chest, we shift endorphins in our body to help us feel calm. So take 4 of your fingers and just gently tap on your chest. Just not so hard, not so soft, kind of in a rhythmic movement. And within 60 to 90 seconds of just doing this, you will notice a shift in your mood. You'll feel a little bit more relaxed. You'll get out of your mind and into your heart space. And it's so amazing how fast it works.
All right, and let's see that third technique.
Yeah, so sometimes our family can be kind of annoying when we're hanging out with them all the time during the holidays. So when you feel like you're about to snap and you're starting to get a little frustrated, I like to call this sipping strawberry smoothie. So our body overheats when we're feeling frustrated. So we got to cool our body down so we don't say something we'll regret. So imagine you have like a strawberry smoothie in front of you with a straw. That's how I teach kids. And so you're going to breathe in through your mouth, close your mouth, and then exhale through your nose. So let's try that again. Breathe in through your mouth, and exhale through your nose. Did you notice that the breath is cool? This actually cools the temperature, and it's going to stop you from saying something because you're engaging your mouth. And so you'll be able to cool yourself down before you actually say something.
Right, and I feel like I need to do the straw motion just to really get the whole sense of it. I love it. So of course we're talking about family. Communication is huge in dealing with some of the stress and anxiety. So you also have some communication tips for us.
Yeah, so a lot of times when we think about communication, we think about how well we can make our point across. But communication is all about how we can respectfully communicate in the way that the other person understands us. So here's your key. Anytime anger gets in the equation of a conversation, you are not going to have a productive conversation because it's not about finding a solution and understanding each other. It's about winning. It's about proving your point. It's about being right. So a lot of times if you realize that you're getting triggered, do that breath while the other person is talking, that sipping strawberry smoothie breath, to start cooling yourself down. If you're going to respond, before you respond, I love this technique of just repeating back what they said. So, okay, let me just make sure I understand you. Were you saying X, Y, Z? This is going to make sure the other person feels heard, and you're going to make sure that you're not saying something based on an assumption in your mind. The other really important thing is if you're really, really triggered, it's okay to take a step away and say, this is a really important conversation, but I think, can we just put a pin in it and just have it a little bit later when I'm in a calmer state of mind? It's okay to walk away and then come back when you're in a more calmer state to have the conversation.
Absolutely. Great tips. Now, Tejal, tell us where we can find your book.
You can find it anywhere, Amazon, Target, Barnes & Noble, anywhere you buy books.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I think it's very helpful for a lot of people who are watching.
Thank you so much for having me.